Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mario Bennese, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the latest film from Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is Tarantino's 9th film, and it tells the story of fictional actor Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his stuntman Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt. And this is very much a love letter to a specific time in Hollywood. This is an era of Hollywood that you can just kind of tell that Tarantino absolutely adores. I'm right there with him. I love films from this time period. But there's also a bit of a melancholy to it, especially with DiCaprio's character. He used to be a big cowboy TV star on shows in a similar vein as The Rifleman and Wyatt Earp, and so he finds himself taking more and more roles where he's basically the weekly baddie on various other television shows, and you really sympathize with him. A lot of that comes down to, well, one, the strength of Tarantino's writing. He knows how to write a character and make you really like him, but DiCaprio's performance is top-notch here. Brad Pitt, the character's stunt double, is also fantastic. In fact, he's just such a cool character. He just oozes cool. I've seen a lot of people complaining, oh, about 45 minutes of the movie is just Brad Pitt driving around. I'm like, yeah, but he looks good doing it, and he's interesting and likable. The thing that really makes this movie work for me, though, is the relationship between Dalton and Booth. They have such a great friendship together. It's very brotherly, and that's something you really don't see a whole lot of. Margot Robbie here plays Sharon Tate. I should mention this beforehand. If you are going into this movie expecting it to be more about the Manson murders, you are going to be heavily disappointed. This is really not a film about the Manson murders. That is kind of a background element to this film. This movie is really about being a love letter to this era of Hollywood. It's not so much about the murders, which I feel is a wise decision. Margot Robbie, she's really not in this all that much, but she does a fantastic job playing Sharon Tate. She brings such a pureness to the character. I say character even though Sharon Tate was a real person, but she brings such an innocence to her. It doesn't really feel exploitative, and I really enjoyed that. I feel like this kind of goes without saying. The cinematography, the editing, the writing here, it's all fantastic. Typical Tarantino stuff, though this is a more subdued Tarantino. Don't go in expecting Pulp Fiction level or Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill. Don't go in expecting that style of Tarantino right off the bat. You'll get to that level. You will absolutely get to that level. The third act is quintessential Tarantino. Probably the most Tarantino has ever been. But the majority of this movie is a slow burn, and yes, it is a 3-hour runtime, but it's very comfortable. I was never really bored watching this movie, and Tarantino does a pretty good job of building tension when Cliff Booth goes to the Manson ranch. I would actually like to see Tarantino's take on a horror film, just because there is such a great building of tension there. This is just fantastic Tarantino. I won't say that it's my favorite Tarantino movie ever made. It probably won't crack my top 5, but it is still absolutely worth watching. I'm beyond thrilled that I got to see a new Tarantino movie on the big screen. I'd like to see what else he does beyond this. I think that this more subdued style is not really more mature, but just a different texture. There's a nice texture to this film that I'd like to see more of in future Tarantino releases. As it stands, I'm going to go ahead and give Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a B+. I want to go watch this movie again. I've been reading the comment sections on r/movies, and there are a couple of things that other people have noticed that I missed. So I want to go back and see if I can spot a couple more things and just have this movie fully click. But if you love Tarantino, if you're a film nerd, go see this movie. It's fantastic. So that's all I've got for you for this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and hit that notification bell if you want to be updated every time I upload. And until next time, I will see you later.